Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. One of the things I hear most often from people across my Redlands community is that the aged care system simply isn't working the way it should. Not in theory, not on paper, but in the real day-to-day lives of the people who rely on it. I recently sent out a My Aged Care survey which enabled my constituents to give feedback on where the aged care system needs to be improved. The response has been overwhelming. The results of the survey were deeply concerning. 52% of respondents reported waiting 9 months or more for their approved aged care package to become available, and 62% of respondents reported facing issues with the lack of supplier providers once their package was provided. These are not short delays. They highlight critical gaps in the system, and it is impacting the real lives of Australians. I heard from an 82-year-old man living alone after suffering a stroke. He has a level 2 home care package, but it is completely inadequate for his needs. He cannot stand without a walker. He fears falling when he showers, when he shaves, even when he gets into bed. 2 years ago, he requested a reassessment. 2 years later, he has heard nothing. His world has shrunk to a single chair, a single window and a television. And with the limited funding he does receive, he can't afford to visit his wife, who is currently in a nursing home. This isn't care, this is neglect by delay. Another story came from a daughter navigating care for her elderly mother. She did everything right. She arranged an assessment, secured a package, followed the process, but when her mother needed simple aids like a safe kettle or easy grip kitchen tools, she was told to wait months for approval pending assessments. Later, as her mother became almost immobile, requiring the highest level of support, basic necessities like continence products, a proper bed and mobility equipment were still not provided. She bought these all herself, every single item, and when she asked for reimbursement, she was denied. Eventually exhausted and with no local options available, her mother was placed in a nursing home 4 hours away. She passed just 2 months later. That family did everything that they could, but the system didn't. I also heard from a 76-year-old woman who hasn't even tried to access support, and this is becoming a common story in my electorate. She told me it feels that there is nowhere to go for advice and she's not alone. Sense is that it's all too complicated. These aren't isolated cases. These are symptoms of a system that has become too hard to navigate, too slow to respond, and too disconnected from common sense. Older Australians and their families deserve far better than this. We have to get a system that works for all Australians and respects the input that they have made to our community over so many years.
I thank the member and I call the member for Ford.